Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all doing fabulously. We actually have a sunny day, which has been wonderful. We've had so much rain this winter and spring so far that it's a joy to see the sun. But what I wanted to talk to you today about was the whole idea is, does conforming dim your light? You know, as far as soul health, I talk a lot about how when we are misaligned, when we are not being in our truth, that somehow, and boy, do we have lots of ways that that the universe or human condition tries to take us off our mark. But I talk a lot about how when we are not being our true selves, when we are not aligning with ourselves rather than those around us, that dims our light because it pulls us off of our radiance. It pulls us off of our own true north. And so the reason I'm bringing this to you today is that I've, as part of this big training program that I've talked to you about before, in getting the word about soul health out there, some of the coaches, of course, as you remember me saying, have kind of talked to me about, oh, I'm not so sure you should use the word soul, and I'm not so sure that you should talk about really a lot of what I talk about in terms of evolution, because they're afraid that basically the mass public wouldn't want to hear it. Well, the mass public needs to hear it. But what that's really made me do is it's been conflictual for me, because it's like, okay, I want to get the word out there and I want to start planting seeds. And yet, does it dim my own light to conform to what it is that they're trying to tell me to do? And I had a meeting with an image consultant yesterday and then on Friday as well as part of this program. And the image consultants are there to basically get you looking good for TV, getting you looking good for the media and to pitch to them. And you know, I joke with my friends, it's like, number one, I've never fit in to the grand scheme of things, the mainstream anyway. But that, you know, I really feel like they're trying to get me to conform to something that doesn't fit me. And so it's been this internal battle this whole time, but a good one in many ways, because it's really made me think about, am I conforming in a way that's going to misalign me, or am I listening in a way that I can get in my true north so that other people can get in their true north? Now, I have to laugh. I didn't really do this on purpose, but of course I've got this tie-dye shirt on. It's not a typical tie-dye shirt, but it's one of those things where this does not conform to the mass public. And so I didn't plan to wear this when I was doing this video. But all this morning I'm thinking, okay, is it healthy? Does it dim our own lights to conform? And I would say yes and no. And so you have to really think and do your own soul searching to figure out, do I conform in order to fit in, or do I conform in order to get a message out there, to get a bigger word out there, to get who it is that you are out there in a different way? Now, the reason I say this and question this is that one of the things the image consultant told me yesterday is that the main reason that you tone down what you wear on TV is so that you can shine your own light, and that the true you, your message, shines through. And it was this interesting shift for me, because I kept thinking, gosh, I don't wear what most people wear on TV. I don't go to the mall. I don't shop at a mall. I don't, all of that. I don't conform. And yet when she said that, it's like, what a curious thought, that basically you tone down what you wear on TV because they want the public, they want the receivers to actually see the true you. They want people to see what your message is. Otherwise, they are distracted. Now, again, there's still a little bit about that I struggle with, but it is that whole idea of really looking at what is it that you conform to. Now, it could be healthy or it could be unhealthy. So for instance, a lot of people come in saying that they feel, let me back up, a lot of people who are dealing with emotional eating or weight issues say that when they go out to dinner with friends that they feel like they have to eat kind of like what their friends are eating, even though they're trying to be healthier. So a lot of people conform and eat the unhealthy stuff just to fit into the group. Same thing with alcohol, same thing with, for many people, what they wear. But I really want you to just think about, what is it that you conform to, and is it healthy? Does it misalign you? Or is it something that helps you feel aligned? Because this is a tricky topic when it comes to soul health. This is very tricky when it comes to being your own true self. Because like many of you, all of you probably, you know, I spend my life trying to figure out who I am, how I'm evolving, what doesn't fit, what does fit. And that is, to me, the main concept of the human condition. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So it's that whole idea of, if we conform, are we losing our light? Are we dimming our light? Are we misaligning ourselves if we conform? So something to play with as far as your whole journey of soul health and thinking about, does this impact who you are? It's just been something that's been really present for me over the last several months of being in this training program. And next week I go into the big pitch, meaning that I go up to New York City and talk with all these producers and editors of all these major magazines and all this to try to get the word out. And I'm all the while thinking, gosh, you know, I don't want to conform. I want to show who I am, but at the same time, I want to get my message across. So it's that whole kind of conundrum of how do you stay in your truth, but then also be present in the public. So I'm sure all of you deal with this in one way or another. I would love to hear how you deal with this. Go ahead and leave a message on this video, on this feed, or you can also email me at, and you can go to my website to get that address. But hope you have a wonderful day. Don't conform unless it really makes you feel like you're aligning, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.